Hello everyone. In today's video, we will talk about lesson 1.4 for grade 3 science, primary science book. So let's start. Plants need water and the right temperature. We are going to learn about investigate how plants need water to be healthy. Yes, not too much, not a little bit. We need to put the plant or we need to give the water to the plant properly in 1 week, at least when it's drying out. Not every day, not a lot. Can when when the roots it's filled up with water, the water it's not transport well from roots to the stem and then from stem to the other part of the plant. So roots when it's filled all of them or sink all of them. So we need to put the water just the little place of the roots, not put the water a lot. So then your plant it's not growing out well or not stay healthy. So see how plants need the right temperature to be healthy. See how water move up through the plant stem. So let's start. Why might the plants in both picture not have enough water in this one and in this one? Because it's you can say a desert, hottest place, and this one the coldest place. Freezes, level, and survive. Let us talk about more in the next pages. All plants need water. Obviously, every part of the plant needs water to grow and stay healthy. Water is absorbed by the roots from where? From the soil. Look at the diagram to see how water move around the plant. Okay, you can see the arrow, the small arrow. It's showing it's collecting the water from the soil and then moving upward to the stem. So the roots absorb water from the soil. This is the first stage or first step. First of all, roots absorb the water from the soil. And then in the second stage, the roots transport water to the stem, taking water from the soil and then transport or give the water to the stem. This is the stem of a plant. Then in the third stage, the stem transports water to the leaves and flower. The stem taking water from the roots and then transport the water to the leaves and to the flower. Okay, in the fourth stage, leaves use water when they make food for the plant. So with the help of sunlight and water, leaves making food for the plant. So leaves use water when they make food for the plant. And then leaves lost some water. Obviously, it's waste from the leaves. Leaves lost some water to the air around. So these are the stages, how the water move in the plant. So without enough water, plant will wilt and die. Without water, what do you think plant will grow? No. All the process for making food, it's depend on light and water. So without water, the plant will not grow well or maybe die. How much water do plant stem used? You can see here an experiment. Let's start. You need a narrow jar, 5 leafy stem, water, a ruler, and a sticky level. Not need all of them, just at least need to do the experiment. Place the stem into the jar. Use a ruler to measure the height of the water, like this one, at which level we are putting the water. Predict. We call this the level of the water. We predict what will happen to the water level after 5 days. After 5 days, make the water level of at the start. Measure the mark each at the same time each day. We need to check the the water level going downward. The roots absorb the water. Make it at the same time each day. Record how the water level change. Will you use millimeter, centimeter, meter, or just make mark on the label. It's better you're just making the mark. If he doesn't know about, if you don't know, sorry, about meter, centimeter, or millimeter, so it's better you're just putting the mark. So which is best? Why? What happened at the end of the test? Was this fair test? So obviously, when we are putting the plant in the jar, it's absorbed. The roots absorb the water, and the level of the water it's going downward. The water waste how? Because when roots give the water to the stem and then stem transport the water to the other part, it's used, and the level of the water it's going downward. Looking at the bar chart, Sophia did this investigation and recorded what happened in the bar chart. You can see here this day 1 from the start it's normal. Day 1 until day 5, the level of the water it's going down or no. This you can say depth of water in centimeter it's going downward. So obviously as the time spent, the roots take the water and absorb the water, and then it's used in the other part of the plant. What happened to the level of water from day 1 to day 4? On day 1, the level of water you can see, I think 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 centimeter. And on day 4, this is 10, 11, 12, 12 or 13. So obviously from 19 to 13, going downward. What change on day 5? The plant is going up and the level of water going down. Why might this have happened? Because the root absorb the water. What happens over the 5 days of the test? Other we are just measuring every day and recording our result, the level of water, and draw the line until day 5, and we observe the water level go down. It means the roots absorb the water. Plants need the right temperature, obviously. Some plants can live in cold places, obviously, but some, not all of them. You cannot grow a lot of plants in cold places, and some in hot places, and also like in desert. If you visited to the desert, you cannot see a lot of plants, trees in the desert. Why? Because it's very hot place. So if it is very hot or very cold, plant cannot survive both condition. So too much heat and cold can kill them. It is a desert plant, you can see here. So if it is too cold, a plant leaves cannot make food. Water freezes, which means that it turn into a solid and the plant cannot use it. Obviously, like in snowy area, you cannot make a cultivation. There are not a lot of plants. If it is too hot, the plant may have no water. So roots, stem, and leaves can dry out and break. So plants need right temperature, not too hot, not too cold. For this investigation, you need 3 plant pots, soil, and a thermometer. Sow 5 seeds into each pot, cover the seed in soil and give them water. Place the pot in different places, one inside the room, one near on the window near the window, and outside different places. The one will be cool. Okay, so plant the pot in different places, one warm, one at the room temperature, and one on the cold. So it's mean outside it's cold, and at room temperature, and this one and warm, and this is on the heater. The third, this is heater providing heat. So this is the room temperature, warm, and at the cold outside the room. So what will happen? Which plants are growing well? Obviously, in the cold place, no. In warm place, no. Room temperature, it's better for plant. So predict what will happen to the seed in each pot. Will they all start to grow at the same time? Will they all grow well? Obviously, not all of them. If in the cold place, or in the hot place or warm hot place, the plant will not grow well as compared to other two. Water can move up tall trees. Some trees are over 80 meters tall. Excuse me. So some trees are over 80 meters tall. Water has to travel all the way to the top. Water travel in lots of very narrow tubes in the main stem and goes to every leaf. In the next grades, you will learn more about xylem phloem inside the stem, how the water transport from stem to the other part of the plant. So obviously, if even it's taller, so from the roots, it's moving upward to the other part of the plant, to the stem, and then other part of the plant. So you have another investigation. You want to see how the water moving from the pot, from the roots to the leaves or to the flowers. Okay, you need a cup of water, food coloring, some a dropper, teaspoon white flour, celery or no need celery. It's not necessary. Yes, you need the white flowers. And take one pot, put some water, and then put coloring, some drops, and then mix it, and then put the flour like this inside the pot. It's better from down you make a little cuts so it's absorb the water more quickly. So put the flour and celery in the pot of water, add a few drops of coloring. Before you're putting the white flour, you put the drop before it to change the color, the water change color. Observe the pot every hour for 2 days. If it's over 2 hour a day, at least 24, no, not enough one day, at least 2 days, 1.5 or 2 days. After this, you can check the flower petals. This is it's change the color. The upper part of the flower, it's change its color. So which color you are using in water, you can see not the leaf, just the petals or the flower change its color. If you're using red, blue, green, any color you're using, so you can see the color. The white flower change the color. What you have learned in this lesson. Now you can investigate how plants need water to be healthy. I know that plants need the right temperature to be healthy. After the lesson, you know that how water move up through the plant stem and so on.